Thank you for your time. I'm going to be presenting the outcome delivered by Team Teradata consisting of Bill D'Amico, Kevin Healy, Cindy Wiley, and myself, Mike Durham. As an engineer at Teradata and a data scientist, I want to echo the comments made yesterday. The value is not derived from tech tools. It comes from data. But I'd like to go beyond that statement. It is not just the data, but the speed at which you can wrangle large amounts of data, making your valuable data scientists far more effective. At Teradata, we believe there is a spectrum of data. Imagine a circle which represents your universe of data, from the outside edge of completely raw data to the innermost point of perfectly curated and trusted data. As you move into the middle, the data becomes more frequently used and thus needs more curation, more governance, more oversight from IT processes. So the big question is, how do you know if your data is in the right spot of your circle? The answer is quite simple. Your data is in the right spot of the spectrum if the cost to get it there is justified by the value of having it there. If there are just a few data scientists playing around with some sensor data, then there is no need to require a lot of IT oversight and management rigor. Store the data cheaply and let your data scientists run models against it to find insight. Once insight is discovered, then you may need to start joining that data with other data. And now data management has to occur to ensure like data elements are consistent. Our goal at Team Teradata was to integrate the disparate data sources to gain insight of all this COVID data and return to normal. Our dashboard uses open source data. As Team Teradata looked into the COVID pandemic, one can easily see that the virus does not respect state boundaries. People are the vectors, and the vectors are mobile. Our approach was to examine not just Virginia, but the country as a whole. For example, there was a strong correlation between New York City and New Jersey at the beginning of the outbreak. Our dashboard is a guide to help communities return to normal. We wanted to look simultaneously at the macro as well as a micro level. It is just important to understand when to relax guidelines and open various businesses, as it is to understand when people will feel comfortable going to those businesses. For example, while two businesses like retail and movie theaters will open the same time because they may be in the same healthy area, the retail business may see more traffic than the movie theaters, which will even see more traffic than a cruise line. The dashboard can be used for both decision makers and consumers to understand how the virus is impacting their lives and their communities. Our national indicators consist of new cases, mortality, retail and recreation mobility, as well as workplace mobility. New cases and mobility are both up, suggesting a correlation between the two. In our back to normal snapshot, we can see it is currently at the national level, but we can easily drill down to any state, such as Virginia. The next section is the macroeconomic indicators. How are people spending their money compared to last year or the previous year? While most county level data was not available through open data sets, we would have liked to have understood the macroeconomic factors by county to get a better picture of which counties have been affected to a greater degree. We have many tabs that can be developed. However, I will focus on a few. Our mobility maps, we can filter by the type of mobility: grocery and pharmacy, parks, retail and rec, as well as transit stations and workplace, in order to get a better understanding of how people are moving once they are out of their house. In our Health Status by County tab, we can quickly look at each county to determine if they are safe, recovering, flat, or surging. Once again, I would like to thank the state of Virginia for allowing us to participate in this year's hackathon. Thank you very much.